How y'all doing? Hope y'all are going well. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all had a blessed day, a wonderful weekend, and a great Friday. Friday is a very tricky day because a lot of times we have it set in our minds that it's supposed to be a good day. It's supposed to be a great day because it's the beginning of the weekend, and sometimes that's not exactly how things are planned out, right? So, to everybody who's going through tough things, I wish you nothing but blessings. And I'm sorry. That's all you can say because sometimes, Fridays can be tough. Um, but I hope you guys had a blessed week. I hope y'all saw a lot of abundance coming your way and you had the opportunity to just uh, enjoy the time that you had this week. Um, Earlier today, I went live and just got the day started the right way. I hope a lot of people were influenced by that and were able to really be blessed by that. It's a big deal for me because I've realized how much energy it actually takes. What's up, y'all? I've realized how much energy it actually takes to go live at nighttime because there's so many more trolls at night. So you'll really realize during the daytime, earlier in the day specifically, man, the energy is so much clearer. You don't have so many people running in saying wild stuff. And so I say all that to say I do expect tonight to have some trolls. And I'm welcoming in the trolls because everybody, come as you are kind of thing. If that's what you want to do, feel free to do it. I'm not here to judge you. I'm really here to try to inspire you guys because I truly am inspired by some of y'all. And the least I can do is try to return the favor, right? But it's been a really blessed week for me, man. Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's been a really blessed week for me, and specifically, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Um, it's just been very good. Hello, thank you guys for being here. So good to have you guys here. What's up? It's all love. What's good, y'all? Thank y'all for coming in. We're gonna have a beautiful conversation today. We're talking about the abundance that's coming, and are y'all ready for it? We've been working for a long time, just as a collective, as a group of people, trying to call in the positivity and the money and the wealth, and the question now isn't is it going to come? It's are you ready for it now that it's coming? Because that abundance and the wealth that we ask for, it's knocking at the door. Are you going to open the door and be ready? Are we ready for the blessings that we've been praying for? Because keep in mind, when you're praying and you're asking for these manifestations, when you're asking for these blessings, the universe is trying to give it to you, right? The creator wants to give it to you. But how are you going to respond to the fact that this blessing is now here? Because sometimes when we ask for things, we don't realize that the things that we ask for come so fast that we can't even conceptualize it. You guys, please like the video, y'all. Please like the video. Just double tap my face. It's all good. But it's a blessing when we get an opportunity to see that our blessings are actually coming. And we realize also, because it's a double-edged sword, sometimes we realize we didn't even ask for enough. How many times have you guys asked for something specifically and you got it, and then you realize what you asked for is not what you really needed or what you really wanted? There's so many other things that you wanted, you know? And I think that it's a beautiful thing when you get blessed like that, but it's also a scary thing when you get blessed like that because you're aware of how lack our mindset is and our mentality is. And sometimes we just need to think more abundantly. And right now, we're going through an era where you're getting all those things that you prayed about, all those things you asked for, because you did the work. You did the long nights and the crazy stuff, and it's been a long journey. So when you said, "Hey, this is what I want, universe. This is what I pray that I get," what did you imagine it looking like? Did you imagine this? Because if so, you're blessed. Now, if you imagined a little bit more, I am so sorry. I am so sorry because it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for you to appreciate what you're getting, even though you're feeling like you deserve more. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys, what's up? Hello, I see a whole bunch of haze in the chats. Thank you guys so much. How to tell a guy that I like him? How do you tell a guy that you like him? I guess you got to be honest with yourself. Do you really like him, or do you just want him to show you some attention? Hey, what is this about? It's just about the abundance that's coming into our lives and how we're really at the precipice of getting all the things that we've been asking for and praying for and manifesting. And are you ready to get those things? Love your voice. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. How are you? I'm great. I'm so happy that you guys are here. It's such a blessing just to have you guys here. And this is one of the things that I manifested, was being able to help you guys, being able to have a conversation with y'all that was open and honest, and you guys be able to receive it. It's not for everybody. Everybody is not going to enjoy the conversation or feel like they're blessed by it. But that doesn't mean that I'm doing something wrong. And I used to think, if I'm not getting this much, traction from it, and there's a lot of people saying negative things, maybe it means that I'm not doing it right. That's huge, bro. It's really huge. Yeah, it's huge for you, especially if you are asking for things that you really wanted and needed. Well, what's up, Bangladesh? Huge nose. Yeah, tap the nose so I can get another like, please. Like in Denver. What's up, man? Thank you guys for being here. Come on in and enjoy, because we're here to talk about the abundance that we've been praying about, the abundance that we've been asking for, that is now finally coming, y'all. It's here. What's up, bro? You are a nice one. Thank you. Thanks to like my comment, bro. Keep it coming. Oh no, my pleasure. Me too. Away happy to on your life, bro. I appreciate the positivity, bro. Every time you comment, you're always so positive, and I appreciate that so much, man. And like I said, right on schedule, we're gonna have some negative people who are gonna come in here, and I'm happy that y'all are here. I'm happy that y'all are saying negative things, because while you guys are getting these blessings that the universe is bringing into you, there are a lot of people out there who are going to be like these negative Nancys. The people who, you're gay, you're a homosexual. The question you're going to have to ask yourself is, does it bother you? And if it does bother you, why are you allowing it to bother you when you're getting everything that you asked for? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are these people so valuable when the things that they're saying are wrong or inconsequential or just stupid? And so many times we allow people who don't have anything going for them, no people who don't have any aspirations in life, to be the people who mess with us the most. And I say all that because, I went through a period for a while just as trying to get approval from other people for doing the things that I was doing. And the problem is, when you're trying to do that, you are going to fall down a dark, dark hole. And I started understanding why there's so many content creators who are sort of in dark places. Because when you're trying to do something authentic and trying to help people, and you see people bringing up this negative comments and just being rude, it makes you really question your life and why you're doing what you're doing. I'm trying to help people, but people are saying rude things to me. Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Maybe I've been wrong. And so it makes you really second guess everything. And when you're second guessing everything, I think you're sort of blocking your blessings, because those people are there to see how true you are to what you were saying. Is this something that you really mean, or is it just something that's whack? A good topic. Hard though. Yeah, it is hard. Sometimes it's really hard when a blessing comes your way and you're not ready for it, right? I'm sure I'm trolls and crickets. Sorry. Okay. Let me see what this comment is, you guys. Hi, I love Neapolitan cuisine. Neapolitan cuisine. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Naples, your city. Which Neapolitan piece you like? I've never been to Naples. I've been a lot of different places, but yeah, I couldn't really tell you that. That's a crazy question, though. You wanna question your life? No, I don't think anybody ever wants to question their life, but sometimes people do. I think that we get in places to where we want positive things to happen and then negative things happen and we start questioning if everything is going how we plan for it to go. And I think that's the wrong way to look at it. I think when negative things happen, it's just to check before you get the blessing. Check it like this. You want to be a millionaire, right? What if you've never had $10,000? Have you ever seen how you would respond to a check that's just $10,000 or $10,000 cash? If you get $1,000,000 cash, or let's say $50 million cash, how would you know how you're going to respond to it? Or what if you get it in installments or payments? Or what if you get it and somebody steals it from you? I think when you're having people come in your life who are testing you, when you're trying to build and trying to get your footing under you, it helps to prepare you for the future. And nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to deal with that. It's always very difficult. But the truth is, it makes you a better person for the future. You know what I'm saying? You guys have to allow that negativity to happen. And that negativity is going to inspire you in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for being here, man. It means so much just having y'all here. And I hope that you guys can really learn something from this speech. We are really changing a page. We're going to a new chapter, and the chapter is going to require you to be the leader. No more can you look at other people and hope that they have the answer. Now people are going to start looking at you and wondering, what do you think? And if you've never been in that situation, it's going to shock you. You know, if you're the boss that you've been praying to be, it's going to really be a difficult thing when you haven't even prepared yourself for being the boss. How are you going to respond when people start asking you questions, or when people start testing you? When people start undermining your knowledge or your authority? What are you going to do as a boss? Are you going to act how all those other bosses acted when you were trying to figure out, man, it'd be great to be a boss so I wouldn't have to deal with this anymore? Are you going to put somebody in the same prison that you just got released from? And it's a really tough question to ask ourselves, you know? We're going to have to be very honest with ourselves. Like, no, I don't need a moderator. I'm just going to let people say whatever crazy stuff they want to say. But thank you guys for offering. Think some already been natural as a content creator, etc. I think it's possible to be natural as a content creator, but I think what's not natural is the negativity that comes. I don't think anybody ever plans for that negativity. Some of the comments and some of the people and the malice that they have in their heart when they're talking to you, there's no way that you could plan for that. There's no way that you could imagine that's what it was going to be like. And I think that it's super important for us all to be aware of it, for us to watch it, and for us to make sure that we're acting accordingly. Because there's somebody else who's watching you be in the spotlight right now. And they're saying, man, I want to be in the spotlight just like them. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. And how are you going to act when people are looking at you and saying, you know what are we supposed to do, boss? Or what's your advice for me? If you've never been in a situation where somebody told you they thought your idea was stupid, it's going to be hard for you when you're the boss and somebody tells you stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I want us to be more aware of the fact that we're in a season of our life where other people are looking to us for knowledge. Other people are looking to us for the answers. And if you're completely oblivious of that, you're not in a space to be able to help everybody who's coming towards you. You have to allow your mind to be set up for the fact of abundance is coming to you. If that money's coming to you, you have to be aware that it's your job to use the money to help other people. How are you going to help other people? Because you're not going to get anything if it wasn't for you to be a blessing to somebody else. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate your confidence in me, man. That means so much. Thank you, bro. It's so nice when people say, when they say crazy things, because it's like I've grown to realize when people are saying negative things to you or crazy things to you, it's really God trying to shine a light on the fact that you're special and he has allowed you to be a beacon of light for other people. So when you see your boss, people like that saying crazy things, just be aware that these people don't know how to get abundance, but they're looking for it from through you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it looks like we need to do a prayer, you guys. Are y'all down with that? Please pray for me as my best friend, who is like my big brother to me, is going back to college, and I don't know when he will be home next. Okay. I like to make sure that I'm praying for everybody who's around and just being a blessing, right? Jones, waste no more, toy no. But let's pray real quick. I'm gonna pray for everybody who's here. Lord, thank you for everybody who's here. Thank you for Faith, for her being consistent here, and please allow us to be a blessing to everybody who's here. Sometimes it's with our comments, sometimes it's with us just being here, sometimes it's just with the things that we're saying when people are reaching out. Please watch over her friend as he's gone, as he's going to college, as he's going through the next stage of his life. Help him to find the people that he needs to meet. Help him to be abundant like he needs to be abundant. Help her to find a new friendship in him, and just knowing that he is bettering himself and allowing her to feel like she can better herself with her new friend. Thank you so much for the opportunity to just be able to talk to these people. Thank you for the abundance that you're bringing in our life. Thank you for the opportunities and the goals that you gave us. The fact that you knew that you were going to make these possible for us, so you got us prepared so that we could take in all the abundance that's coming to us. Thank you so much for getting us ready for all this abundance and allowing us to be blessed so that we could be a blessing to other people. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate all the things that you give us. In your name we pray, Amen. Okay, so blessings to all you guys for being here, because the fact that you're here means that you want and you understand that God is working in your life, that the universe has created you authentically for a goal. It's now or never. Okay, are you going to allow something stupid to stop you from getting where you want to go, or are you going to allow yourself to be abundant? That's the question right now, y'all. What are y'all going to do? What are you going to do as God does and brings them to be also? God bless. Hello, Troy. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why it's recommended as daily. I love that. I'm pinning that comment. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, a lot of times we forget that every day you're going to have to prepare yourself for the battle of your life. Because every day we're fighting for our destiny. We're fighting for the things that we try to manifest. And if you knew that you were fighting for that, wouldn't you fight a little bit differently? I'm not saying you will fight dirtier, but I'm just saying you wouldn't be opposed to sometimes having to kick somebody, in the face. Sometimes in order for you to get your blessings, you're going to have to depart from things that you used to do, which means being friends with certain people, which means allowing certain people to have presence in your life that's not going to help you. How you doing today? I'm fantastic. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. It's been a minute since you've been gone. How do you feel about ICE murdering people? I feel like ICE is a government agency, and government agencies have been murdering people for a long time. I think it's crazy that just now people are starting to really care, and the whole world is like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, when every single day there's people who are getting murdered from stupid, petty things. And now it's a problem. I think it's always been a problem. I've always thought it was a problem. Why are we murdering people, period? Why are we allowing people to be murdered unless it was something that was group justice kind of thing? If you see somebody who's murdering somebody, okay, I can understand that. If you see somebody who's stealing from people, I can see, the group saying, okay, we're going to make sure that this person can't do that anymore. But when you have somebody who's just hurting people and they're in a government entity, I think the whole government entity should be held accountable, right? Because they're the ones who allowed it. They're the ones who hired somebody who wasn't mentally stable, right? And it's our job as a society to stop allowing these unstable people to be in positions of power. And so many times we'll act like it's not a problem because we know somebody. Oh, I have a friend who's a cop. Oh, my brother-in-law, he's a cop. Hey, that's cool and all. But instead of being so closely tied to these people, allow yourself to say, you know what? It's not about the fact that I know somebody. It's about the fact that wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, as a leader, how you doing today? I'm great, Kayla. Thank you for being here. Where is your prison wallet? I don't know what that is. Let me know that you've been to prison without telling me you've been to prison. But I feel like it's just a beautiful thing when we can have the perspective. But with the perspective, what are we planning on doing with it, you guys? You guys, make sure y'all like the video. I appreciate the new people who are here. Make sure y'all are subscribing. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, and I think we're only 20 away, y'all. If we could get to 20 today, that would be crazy. But it's such a blessing having y'all here because it's a constant reminder that y'all are trying to be the best versions of yourself. And it's not easy. I'm aware that it's not easy. I'm a big fan. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you for being here. But that's another rabbit hole. Yes, it definitely is. First time seeing Indian with good accent. That is wild. You're crazy. I'm a big fan. Hello. Some people are crazy. Some people say things to try to steal your energy, and they're really hoping as energy vampires that they get your energy because they see how potent your energy is. If you knew, think about this, if you knew that you were walking around and you were 24 karat gold, right? And you saw somebody trying to pick at you, would you be mad at them for picking at you, or would you sort of understand and pity them because they don't have it? I feel like that's how some of our energy is. Some of us are walking around here with 24 karat gold energy, and other people are consistently trying to get some. They don't know how to get it. Sometimes they do it in negative ways. Sometimes they just come with a tomahawk and try to chop off a toe, you know? And sometimes they're really eloquent with it. They want to get in a relationship with you. They don't want just a little bit, they want all of it. They want to see how close they can get to you so that they can really siphon all your energy. I had a friend, he said one time he was dating this girl, and every time they would have issues, she would have a tendency to either want to smoke or want to have sex. And he started realizing that that was draining his energy. It was draining his chi, and how he felt so abundant when he wasn't with her. And once he got right back around her, she slowly started draining all of the vitality out of him. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are like that. These energy vampires, these people who see our abundance and see the possibilities within us. And instead of them trying to foster it, because they don't know how to foster that kind of energy, but they do know how to siphon it. One of the easiest things is to take somebody's energy. One of the hardest things is help them build it. And recently I've had people who have really helped me manifest, build, and reclaim my energy. And when I say that's one of the most beautiful things, this morning I was telling everybody, hey, go out of your way to try to be a blessing to somebody who you look at as being better than you. That's a very difficult thing, y'all. Because a lot of times we see these people as so high and mighty above us and so good to where they don't need any of our help. But the truth is, if you can help those people see their value and the blessing that they are in the community, man, I'm telling you, the abundance that's going to come to you is going to be so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? There is so much blessing out there for everybody. And we have an idea that a blessing is only for one person. A blessing is only enough for one person to enjoy it. That's the furthest thing from the truth, y'all. Y'all have to stop tethering your minds to the idea that you can't be blessed and somebody else be blessed through you through the same exact blessing. That's not how blessings work. Blessings are there so that other people can see what a blessing looks like and be inspired. That's how it works. So if you want to keep your blessing all to yourself, all it's going to do is allow you to see the abundance in other people and become a siphon for those other people. Thank you for saying this live sucks. I appreciate that so much, because this is proving my point about how there's so many people who they will see you doing something, and instead of trying to pour into you, they'll try to tear you down. So when you guys see opportunities to be a blessing to somebody, man, imagine the difference you can have in their life if you see somebody who's really trying, somebody who's really wanting to be the best versions of themselves. Imagine what it means to them with somebody like you, somebody who's an authentic person, who has their own power, who has their own interests, is able to speak out to you and say, you know what, I see what you're doing. Keep it up. Keep being a blessing. Keep inspiring people, because you're inspiring me just watching you. Are you saying not to have sex? No, I'm not saying not to have sex. That's not what the story was to say. The story was to say there are people who use sexual intercourse as a way of stealing your energy. And if you're not aware of it, you will have your energy siphoned. You have to open your mind, man. You heard that whole story in which you said, so I'm not supposed to have sex? No. You are supposed to find the right people to be around. That could be friends. It could be coworkers. All I'm saying is there are certain people who do not mean you the best. Just like these people. This live sucks. They didn't have to say that. You know how easy it is to swipe up and go to another live? But they felt the need to try to tear somebody down as opposed to building somebody up. For what? Because they're energy vampires. They weren't okay with just sitting quietly and thinking, oh, this isn't good, I want to go somewhere else. They want to try to tear something down in the efforts of, I hope I get energy from it. You're not going to get that energy from me. I'm happy that you're saying it so other people can see what it looks like when you have these people trying to get this energy. Most of it is from jealousy, from people that don't have the fortitude to live stream. So they attack at every angle. Exactly. A lot of people do want to go live, truthfully, but a lot of people don't know what they would talk about. A lot of people have nothing to talk about. There's so many people who think that they're so impressive and their life is so special that people want to hear what they're talking about. Pray, meditation, affirmation, action work. I absolutely love the Moses Kane. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, prayer and affirmation helps a lot, but that stuff will not get you where you want to be if you can't be aware of the fact that you're in a position that's lifted above other people in order for them to see the blessings that you have been given. Hey, how you doing today? I'm doing great, Kayla. Thank you so much for asking. Rochung, what's up? What's up, my guy? Good to see you again. Great to see you, man. It's been too long. We're just talking about how we are all blessed. The fact that we're all here, the fact that we are being called together, it's not by coincidence. It's because we have had something placed over our life in abundance, and that abundance is calling us to be the best versions of ourselves. We cannot be the best versions of ourselves if we're worried about other people saying, oh, you're stupid. I don't like that, what you wore. I don't like how you said that. It's not about making sure everybody likes what you're doing. Sometimes the best way to help people is by not being like everybody else. By showing everybody there's a different way to live your life and still be abundant. By letting people see that just because you're different doesn't mean you're being different just for different sake. It's because you have a calling on you. You have a blessing that's been placed on your life, and you're allowing that blessing to be shown out to everybody so they can see what a blessing looks like when you take advantage of it. And not taking advantage of it in a negative way, but making sure that you're not letting a single day waste. Because there are people who are looking at you wondering, man, why don't you use that talent? Everybody here has a talent. And I'm not talking about something small. I'm talking about something that only you do. You're great at it. And you have made it up in your mind that it's such a small thing. It's a normal thing and so many other people can do it. Okay, if you feel so many other people can do it, then why is it so special when you do it? Why is it that other people are coming up out of their way when normally people say negative things? You've had positive messages, positive people coming to you saying, man, you're really good at that. Man, I was really touched by when you did that. It was such a blessing to see you do that. Wow, it's so unique the way that you're doing this. When people are doing that, that's not just them speaking. My dad once said, when people say stuff like that, that's like an angel coming out to tell you a positive message, because people don't normally say positive things like that. And since he said that, I believe it more and more. It's so rare that people are wanting to be that positivity. So when you can do it, man, you have an obligation to do it, especially since you have so much abundance coming in. All the things that you manifest that are coming your way, you can't hide that. You have to allow that to show. Why can't we start a good dead challenge or a hug a stranger challenge? I think good deed challenge. I'm sorry. I think it's because a lot of people are so nervous about the perception other people will have. How many times have y'all tried to do something nice and then it was received as that's your job? And it can be something simple like, man, this Monday I went to the gas station and there were some elderly people, the baby boomer generation, right? And they were trying to come out. So I opened the door. Bro, you look like a gang member. Okay, cool. I am a part of a gang. What's up? Um, and I feel like the older people were at the door and I was like holding the door for them. And the older people, there was three of them. There was two guys and one girl. Not one of or one woman. They're all past 60. Not one of them said thank you. Not one of them said, man, I appreciate that. They wouldn't even really look at me in my eyes. And I was thinking, you know what? I don't have to do anything nice for anybody else because I did my part. And then I thought in the same breath, this generation is dying off for a reason. This is one of the most selfish generations in history. This is the generation that doesn't want to help anybody. There's such a small percentage of baby boomers who are really going out of their way to be a blessing to other people. And so when you see somebody going through that, you're just super aware of the pain and the hurt that they have. A lot of those baby boomers were that generation that wasn't watched. They weren't cared for. They were feral children, as they like to call themselves. And so they're trying to make it the best way they can. And sometimes you just have to have empathy for them. Because how would you feel if your whole life, ever since you were born, everything's just been laid out for you, and then all of a sudden you see all these generations that are coming out who don't want to help you? You've been programmed to think everything is all about you, that the world revolves around you being happy. So think of what these baby boomers are thinking now. The Gen Z and the millennials are like, hey man, get off the pot. We're tired of hearing it. You had your time. It's over, bruh. They've never been told that. And so now they're really going through a culture shock, realizing that the world has passed them by. So you have to be very empathetic to them. It's sort of like you got to treat them like a charity case. Even though they're rude, even though they're dismissive, even though they call us lazy, even though they say that we need to work harder, and we were working harder than anybody in their generation. You can't tell me there's not one person on this chat who doesn't at least have a job and a side hustle. We're probably the generation that works the hardest out of any other generation. I've seen, man, we're the generation that is normal to have 4 jobs. That's literally how hard we're working. And I say that we work even harder because we make so little money compared to what the baby boomers were making. They were actually making enough money to where they could have a minimum wage job at McDonald's and go to college and buy a house. And we're working way more hours, making more money, and we're just consistently saying, well, how is this math not mathing up? And they're looking at us like, because you got to work harder. They're only saying that because they need the infrastructure. They want to make sure that their Social Security is paid. They are completely locked into the society, and they're nervous because we're not investing the way that they invested. So it's putting everything that they did at risk. Because if we decide, hey, we are just moving out the country, we're not going to invest in the stock market, what happens to their dividends? You see what I'm saying? So we're at a wonderful precipice right now because the blessings are coming our way. You have to see, what are you going to do and what are you going to manifest now that you've already seen, because we've gotten our blessings, right? Everybody has had a manifestation come true, right? And when we had it come true, we also realized, man, I didn't ask for enough. I should have prayed for more. I should have asked for more abundance. And so that taught us that we had a lack mentality. So now it's time to start manifesting again. And instead of manifesting something selfish, like I just want some money, I just want a house, what we need to manifest is something that can help the community, something that can help the world. And it may seem like it's such a big task, but you did it before. You manifested it. If all of us start manifesting a more understanding world, a world where we can live and be comfortable and not worry about stressing for every bill we have to pay and stressing every single time we go to work that we're going to get fired. And if we can foster an environment where we support one another and we're not consistently looking for handouts from the government, and we're creating our own opportunities where we say, all right, if we see a veteran, we're going to support the veterans, because those veterans are our best chance at, if anything happens, making sure that we have a strong resistance. You see what I'm saying? So go out of your way and start thinking. Start thinking, how can I be of the greatest service to my community and everybody around me? How can I put myself aside and start being a blessing to everybody who's looking up to me? That's a good point. This is a message I needed today. Thank you so much, Rochung. I appreciate it. You're an impressive, wise young man. You are blessed. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for saying that. Bless you, Quantum Wellness. Hi. I got a euphoric rush and a sense of servitude to the Lord Jesus Christ to help somebody. It just feels right. Hey, and sometimes that's where we're at. Sometimes your thing is just to help somebody. Manifest that you have the opportunity, and understand when you're manifesting that you have that opportunity, it's not going to be easy. Whoever needs that help is not going to make it easy. You are not going to have an easy path to being that positivity that you want to be. So just be patient with yourself. Be patient with the people who you're called to help. Okay? Are you related to Bob Marley? Man, that'd be great if I was. I don't know. Preach, brother. Thank you so much, Rochung. Wow. Hey, we got to go outside of ourselves, because we have been raised by a generation that said, if you don't have it and I do, too bad for you. Okay? And that generation is what got us where we're at right now. In a society full of people who are lost, who are scared, who don't know what to do, right? So what are we going to do different, y'all? How are we going to manifest something to where we can actually be a benefit to society? How are we going to manifest being the best versions of ourselves and not being scared to push the boundaries, y'all? It is our turn to start implementing the things that we believe can help the world. Stop waiting for these politicians and other people to come up with the new incentives. It's our job, okay? Start allowing yourself to walk in your divine right? Understand that you've been blessed not because you're just deserving of it, but because you were created to be a positive reinforcer, okay? You're here right now. You're watching this video right now because something in you is changing. You're going from that lack mentality to an abundant mentality where now the wealth is coming to you. The abundance is coming to you. The prosperity is coming to you. How are you going to use that prosperity? Bro, who is behind you? That's so funny. If I wasn't in pretty much a vault right now, I would be nervous about it. But if you knew how hard it was to get into where I'm at right now, you would understand how corny your joke was. Diddy is behind you. Once again, another corny person. Y'all need to understand there's a lot of corny people out here who are watching you be abundant and saying, man, you're whack. They're going to say whatever they need to say in order to try to get you off your path. But these people have nothing going for them. These dudes right here who are commenting, if they had something to do, they would be doing it. They're not even here to be a better version of themselves. They're just here to talk. say negative stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it's y'all's job to make sure that y'all expose people like that. You see what they're doing and you don't allow them to get you down. You allow yourself to realize that these people are not trying to better themselves. So they are what is called a roadblock. Have y'all ever seen a speed bump in the road on one of them roads where you can drive real fast? That's what these cats are. These cats are people who want that attention so bad they'll do anything for it. They don't know how to use their power to manifest good things, but they know how to stop other people from manifesting. All they need to do is just jump in the way. I'll just sacrifice my body. I'll sacrifice myself in order to make sure that you're not abundant. Because all that's going to bother me is me watching you be abundant when I don't even know how to start doing it. You see what I'm saying? There's people who will go their whole life knowing that they're some of the most abundantly rich people, and they will never use that power and manifest that power. And so they'll look at you using that tenth of manifestation that they have, and then they will start being like, how are they doing it? When I know I'm so possible and so powerful and so able-bodied, but I just can't make it. I just can't do it. I don't know how to do it. What's the topic of this discussion? We're just talking about the abundance that's coming into us and how we're blessed to be here. And we're at a place in our lives where we are getting the blessings that we asked for. And in these blessings, it's calling us to do more. And we have learned enough to realize what we need to do. And the world is asking us, are we willing to do the work? Is this guy a uni lecturer? No. I'm just a normal guy telling you what you know you should be doing, but you don't want to do it because it's too much work. Can God bless my Willie? Maybe. Will he? Probably not. I don't think you're worth it. You seem like a trash person. The fact that you would even say that lets me know that you were stuck in a very dark place. Y'all shall not cast so much judgment on others. Lord Jesus, Christ loves you. Hey, I didn't say I'm Jesus. I didn't say I'm a Bible touter. I'm going to judge you all day long. You hear what I'm saying? If you're not about the abundance that you're able to do, you are a blight on the world. You are a bacteria. You are a plankton. You are a parasite. Stop being such a parasite and start being more abundant. All that's mean. I don't care what you think. You have already revealed your masks. I don't care what y'all think. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to tell you the truth, and the truth is there is abundance going on out here, and y'all are about some BS. And so if y'all expect me to coddle you, I'm not going to coddle you. I don't care what you want. When the final days come, guess what I'm about to do when the final days come? Block you. See how that happens? I don't need to listen to what you have to say. I don't care what you're talking about. There's plenty of people who talk about the Lord, the Lord, the Lord. And you know what? A lot of people who talk about the Lord are the main ones you shouldn't be listening to. A lot of the people who want to talk about the Bible said this and Jesus said that are the main ones who will get you locked in a dark, demented place, because you're listening to people who have no kind of recollection of what they're doing or how important it is to make sure that they're using their voice wisely. What do you think about social media apps as a distraction from being productive, and how? I think it can be a distraction. I think everybody knows that it's a distraction. They've already done science on it, so literally it's proven that it's a distraction. Your truth is BS. Okay. Well, what's your channel? Let me go follow your channel. Go comment on one of my other videos, and then I'll make sure I find that one. I'll follow it, and then I'll see what your truth is. And I'm sure that your truth is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sure that you have nothing to talk about, And I'm sure that your whole life is revolving around trying to use energy from people that you know and try in order to try to make yourself feel good about yourself, because you know that you're lacking in so many different departments. And if you were really honest with yourself, you would know that you could probably do some good in the world if you would allow yourself to stop being so full of it. So stop being so full of it. Be a better version of yourself. All right, you guys. I'm so happy that y'all were here. I'm so happy we got to have these conversations. I speak a lot. Hey, I got you. I'll take care of it so you don't have to worry about it. Block. Bye. But it's such a blessing to be here. It's such a blessing to talk to you guys. I hope that you guys understand the manifestation power that you guys have, and that y'all are literally walking into a season of abundance. Do not let the people around you who are not walking in that same energy stop you from getting where you're supposed to be going, because somebody's going to be blessed by what you're doing and what you're saying, okay? Do not allow yourself to be swayed by what other people are doing. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It's such a blessing to be here. It's such a blessing to talk to y'all. Lord, please watch over me, guide me, protect me. Thank you for giving me the willpower and the strength and the ability to speak to everybody. Help me to be a wise leader for them. And thank you for giving them the opportunity to understand that they are here to be an influential person. They have abundance, they have wealth, they have all of these blessings that are coming to them, and they need to be ready so that they can be a blessing to somebody else. Please help us to not be selfish. Please help us to open our hearts, open our minds, and be happy that people are giving us the opportunity to come into their lives and be the positivity that they need. It's in your name we pray. Amun. Wish me luck for my championship soccer game tomorrow. Good luck. Have a great one. Be safe. Make sure you leave it all on the field. Don't allow yourself to doubt anything, okay? Get some rest. There's nothing wrong with being influenced if it's good. Okay, you say so. So you are a manifestation fan. Name every manifestation then. I like to manifest the fact that I can push this button right here, and then I can push this other button, and then I don't have to listen to your remedial comments. I manifested that. All right, y'all. Here we go. Shine, 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 shine. Shine your light. Shine it in the dark. That's what people need to see it the most, you guys. Don't be scared to shine your light. Allow yourself to be the best version of yourself, and don't allow other people, whether it's good or bad, if it's interfering with what you're trying to do and what your goal is, you got to get them out of your life. All right? It's not your job to coddle these people. You don't think so? There's positive influence and bad influences. Yes, there are. Why do I need to say that? That's common sense, that there's positive and negative influences. What does that mean? Anyway, y'all be safe. Y'all be a blessing to somebody. I'll talk to y'all soon. I'll probably be live tomorrow. Peace, love, and soul, baby. Be safe.